that has finished West Ham 3, Brighton Hove Albion 3. Some of you are going to watch this on Match of the Day, and it's possibly going to look like an exciting game. You're not going to get a full reflection of the 96 minutes that just unfolded in front of us there, because that was nothing short of a complete surrender. That was an embarrassment what happened at the end there. At half time, we were 2-0 up. We went downstairs, just over there, just behind me there. Enjoyed a burger and a pie and a drink. We were comfortable. We were almost cruising, let's say. And for some reason, I don't know what happened at half time. I can only guess that Brighton went in at half time and were given an absolute rollicking, and we weren't. We came out lackadaisical. We came out like victory was assured, but it wasn't. And it's finished 3-3. And by the way, we're lucky that it didn't finish 5-3 to Brighton, because it got to the end. We were hanging on for dear life. When 6 minutes additional time was announced, there were moans and groans. There was desperation in the stadium. We were worried that they would go on to score more. We didn't just surrender the 2-goal lead. We surrendered the momentum of the match. It was all Brighton. These are our relegation rivals. And I say relegation rivals, apparently, so I've been told, we're in the relegation zone now. Apparently we're in 18th. We were meant to have an uplift today. It won't get any easier than this in terms of games. Bournemouth came to us. Earlier on in the season we played Bournemouth, David Moyes' first game. Bournemouth were rubbish. We won and we scored 4 goals. Today, let's be fair, but most of that game, Brighton were rubbish. The only point that they didn't become rubbish was when we allowed them into the game. Moyes was doing his usual thing, it was too late to react. Antonio came off, and it all changed, Tony.
Yeah, mate, it was a nightmare, absolute nightmare. The timing couldn't have been worse. He brings off Antonio, and then Diop decides to launch a suicide bomb for our defence. Just an absolute nightmare. I tell you what, it was lucky really for those in charge that run the football club that the halves weren't reversed, because if the second half would have been the first half, it would have turned ugly in here.
Momentum
exactly.
Reasons. Yeah.
There was a general good vibe at half time, because I was saying to you and Gio that fucking hell, we need to get more out of this. What really scares me is that apart from all the good pressure we had two deflected goals today as well. So both from Snodgrass. It's a mess, mate. I'm sorry I had to say this, but we look like a team spiralling to relegation. That's a game we should be winning today. The fucking mistake from Diop was just it's one of the worst pieces of defending I've ever seen. It was embarrassing. I'm lost for words. I don't know what to say. It wasn't like it wasn't like the game. It wasn't like we had 11 players that all had 1 out of 10s like it was in the previous game. It wasn't. I wouldn't even say there's any individual shocking performances, but there was a collective capitulation in that second half. There was a taking of the foot off the gas. Fuck knows what Moyes said to him at half time. But
maybe you've got this one, lads. Relax.
Yeah, I don't know, but the thing is that this idea that I said this to you and how fucking wrong I was. This we're 2-0 up. This plays into our advantage because we can counter-attack. Fuck off! We didn't counter-attack. We got a load of planks of wood, hammer and nails, and hammered them against our goals. There was no fucking counter-attack. It was backs to the wall, 11 men in our own fucking box. There was no counter-attack. It was a shit scared, 2-0 up, terrified to win. I am shit scared, and we brought everything onto ourselves. That's what it was.
I'll come back to you, Tone. Bob here, hanging on for dear life, mate.
Absolute dear life. It wasn't even a game of 2 halves, it was a game of 3 halves. The first half was all ours. Second half, we give them a goal, give away a 2-0 lead, come back, got another 2-0 lead, gave that away. 10 minutes to go, how we never got beat, I don't know. They don't seem to grasp it, these players. For everything they do right, they do 2 things wrong. I don't understand where the mentality. Surely Moyes has got to say to him after. I know he hasn't been here long, but he's been here 3 or 4 weeks. He's got to be nailing down on the training ground. Listen, cover that, back that, head that away. I mean, if Moyes is anything, he's a blunt instrument. Kick the ball out the penalty area if it's coming. What was Diop doing? I mean, that ball was a Sunday league, kick it out the area. He's trying to head it back to Fabianski. Fabianski's 6-7 yards away. What was he thinking? As soon as he give that, he give the momentum to Brighton. Once Brighton's got that momentum, we're only doing one thing, hanging on for a point. Point's no good. We needed 3 out of this, or we got nothing. This is as good as beating B. Because I'm telling you, we've got 4 games to save this season, and that ain't enough points. Somewhere we're looking for a miracle. This ain't a miracle. Moyes has got to set them players on the training ground and set them up properly, because that wasn't set up. Why we're winning, we're confident. As soon as we're under pressure, we collapse. That's a collapse. I'm sorry, we've got no chance whatsoever of getting out of this, in my opinion. That's a team that's gone. They don't understand a winning mentality. Susek done a good performance, done everything that was right. Everything that was right in the game that we need. But if he sticks in with his team, he's got to turn around and say to him, that's how you've got to play, not the way you're playing. Antonio, come on, does everything he can. But Antonio's a 50-60 minute player these games. He can't do the whole game. You've got to be able to ship someone in. Please tell me this Jarrod Bowen can do it. Because if we're relying on Antonio every game, we've got 60 minutes. Ask the referee to blow the whistle at 60 minutes, because otherwise we're going to get beat every game. Man City next week, 11 behind the ball. Let's hope we can nick something out of it. Impossible, I know, but let's hope there's something in it.
Well, we're going to need pace on the attack. We're going to need to certainly have 60-minute Antonio. Tony, I certainly felt with the transfer window, with the late drama, which was totally manufactured, by the way. I certainly felt with that drama that we maybe injected a bit of positivity into the club, that things were not starting to look a bit better, but we came out with a spring in our step. It now seems that positivity and that bounce, that uplift we might have got, is completely dissipated by what we've seen on the pitch today, mate.
Yeah, basically, we're really good at that, aren't we? Just sucking the lifeblood out of any possible chance of positivity. Yeah, we did a bit of business. All very reactive, last minute, of course. None of it seemed to be particularly planned. I don't know, mate. 2 new players in. The new fella started well today. Yeah. Bowen's gonna be hopefully. I mean, Haller absolutely fuck all again. I'll be happy to take Haller out. Say no, fuck off. You know, just go and sit on the bench until you're willing to start doing some work. Basically, put the new fella in. I don't care how much Haller cost. To take him out of there, he's doing fuck all. Lanzini didn't do very much when he came on. Fornells came on 85 minutes. It's a horrible mess, mate. I don't know where it goes from here. I'm completely run out of ideas. Any kind of positivity. I don't know, mate. I wish I could even conject some fucking ideas and opinions, but you know, at half time we're happy. But then, I mean, do you remember when we? And the first season, I remember we said this. We look like a team that's frightened. We're a team that's now frightened to win. Yeah. We've totally forgotten how to win. We are terrified. Like the minute that fucking Diop did that, you saw the entire body language of the whole team. It just dropped to the floor, and from that moment on, we were clinging on for dear life.
Well, you saw them at the end. If you saw all the players at the end, they were embarrassed to come over. So we're being ushered out. I'll tell you what. Let's walk a little bit with it. But we were being we're being ushered out now. So, but right at the end, right down on that pitch there, the players were embarrassed. They were embarrassed by what was going on, and they could tell that they'd let it slip. Thank you, mate. Cheers.
Cheers, mate.
They completely let it slip. They completely let it slide. Tony says that, like what he was just saying there, that we've forgotten how to win. He is absolutely right, of course. Not only have we forgotten how to win, we've forgotten how to see out a result. Because that was so nervous at the end. It was so nervy. As I say, if you're going to watch it on Match of the Day, it's going to be hard for you to get a real feel of what happened, because it was a total and utter momentum shift. We're in a stadium now. We sit down there at half time and we have a bite to eat, we have a drink. There was nothing but confidence in this stadium at half time. There really wasn't. To go out, but you get up and you concede an early goal. And what you're looking for is something from the manager. You're looking for something to happen, some sort of, I don't know, some sort of tactical decision where he's going to make something happen and make some changes. Oh, Tone, when was the first substitution? Oh, obviously Antonio went off.
Was that the first one, Antonio? Oh, fucking hell.
I thought-
Antonio was first.
Yeah, it was the first one. 4
But,
hours.
but then things were going
Oh,
bad,
yeah,
and then we had to wait ages
Because we had
for
no
the
one up
next
front.
substitution.
We had no one up front.
Yeah, well,
There's Fornals and Lanzini. It wasn't until the 74th minute,
Well,
and things were already really bad by then.
Well, up front
it's,
at home.
it's too slow to react, isn't it? Too slow to react.
There we go. Right, listen, we're going to leave it there. We're going to go back down the boats to record the fan cams and record the review. Not good today. I mean, it is the squeakiest of bums, my friends, and I'm sorry to report that back to you. I'm going to get this uploaded now.